Hello everyone and welcome to quite possibly the most dated Doctor Who episode ever. This is Bad Wolf, the penultimate episode of the first revived series of Doctor Who.
Bad Wolf, those two words have appeared before in the season. I wonder.
Yeah, we'll probably never find out.
They'll have nothing to do with this episode with the same title, it's fine.
Alright, start at the recap in 3, 2, 1, click. So, we got such...
Of all the plot points of the season, we're picking up this one.
Yeah, from an episode that wasn't all that popular.
Yeah.
It'd be like if the very last episode of Korra picked up from the end of a Pro Bowl game.
Oh.
A Pro Bending, sorry.
It's just less interesting Quidditch.
Not only that, at least Simon Pegg was interesting as a concept. Simon Pegg is a villain in Doctor Who, but the problem is that he was killed at the end of that episode, so... What now? Oh wait, I forgot! The preview of this episode spoiled already the twist. Silly me. I have no idea how BBC works.
Cartoon Network does that with their shows too.
Stop this fake!
Also, these...
I didn't realize the show was axed again, though.
Yeah, Channel 5 got fed up with it.
Was that after the last season?
Yeah, last year was the final series.
Oh no.
So yeah, Big Brother has got that great reputation of being axed by 2 TV channels.
It's kind of been channel hopping for a few years.
I mean, what next? ITV? Because they don't have enough of those shows, apparently.
Let's give the folks who watch BBC Two something.
Honestly, I never got the point of Big Brother, because he needs to play safe, but at the same time, he doesn't want to take risk. But at the same time, it pretends as if there was something, bigger in its scope. It just puts a bunch of people in a house and just leave. We're restricting a lot of what we can do in activities.
It pretends to play safe, but all of the scandals that happen off camera come out anyway.
Yeah, so what's even the point?
Also,
Jesus.
Wow, Channel 4's expansion got really out of hand. 44,000.
No joking, I would actually be interested in the concept of a non-safe for work Big Brother. For research purposes.
Sure.
I mean, that was almost Love Island, but that show was bad too. So...
Was? It's still going on.
Anyway.
Ew.
Anyway, in terms of the shows the BBC themselves actually broadcast, or broadcasted,
So Rosie's stuck in a game show?
Yep. No, I mean like a dancing pinata. Of course we mean the robots. Careful, Rose. Don't fall over. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, the Weakest Link, who did get a one-off airing recently round here.
I forgot, Dweebs, was this thing also in my country just to, be curious and everything? Because I don't remember it.
I don't know. Weakest Link...
Most of Britain's game show actually get, exported here.
Did the Weakest Link get an Italian version?
Yeah, that's just what I asked, Dweebs. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a taken seriously-ish show round here. Famous for the host being very rude to the contestants.
Oh.
She's the only thing people remember, really.
And this is something I don't think barely anyone remembers.
So what is Captain Jack stuck into?
He's stuck in a bizarre world of a show called What Not to Wear. I've forgotten it. Is there a Top Shop still in Cardiff by now?
Yeah,
What?
no. Topshop is still a brand.
I meant, is there one still in Cardiff?
I think so.
And now a bit of fan service for the ladies and some of the men.
Sure, why not?
I swear, was that like the only reason they got John Barrowman in there?
He has a
For
very
fan
high
service.
of himself, doesn't he?
That's like getting Pamela Anderson as a companion.
Uh,
What?
he just said he doesn't remember. He hasn't seen the show. I mean, hell, I mean, knowing what we know now, the very idea that Big Brother would last this far into the future is ridiculous.
Considering, at least for my country, how my country also cancelled it only to revive it a couple of years later. Considering how it resurfaced, it keeps resurfacing. It's kind of like the Daleks; it will probably never die.
It's funny. It was almost the same thing round here. It ended in Channel 4, ended the show in 2010. Channel 5 brought it back in 2011. Not even a year off the air.
I'm guessing the invasion from the Morolians really took a toll on them.
We ended up getting a similar show called The Circle.
What? I never heard of that one.
It's only had one season so far.
Mind you, I think part of the reason why I got axed the second time is because the production company was owned by some people and Channel 5 are now owned by Viacom.
Oh boy.
And I guess Viacom aren't really into...
Nope.
You know, it's a shame they didn't get the guy with the Geordie voice to do the narration like they did in the UK show.
I don't know what it sounds like.
Basically, whenever they start up a new clip from somewhere in the house, they get a guy with an accent from Newcastle upon Tyne
Oh
to
boy.
set the scene.
I'm guessing it's a bit over the top.
A bit. But he's the most famous part of the show, so...
Well, memorable, I guess.
Oh, it's going to play the weakest link.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Okay.
Rose gets the easy maths question.
I'm guessing the robot scanned their intelligence and found they're unlikely something.
No,
I don't know.
the robot's controlled by Russell T Davis.
Hmm?
Oh, I wonder what Torchwood is.
I wonder.
Probably nothing important.
Nah, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure it's not important
I'm
at
sure.
all.
Yeah, it's not like it's going to get its own TV show or anything, is it? Jupiter Rising, or we got a film 10 years after this called Jupiter Ascending, so
Maybe that's the sequel where the Wachowskis are working on.
yeah. Mind, I don't think they're working on anything now, so
Wait, they finished at the time of his recording Sense8, I think, or they're still doing like I forgot the special 2 hour conclusion.
yeah, I
Still
guess. He looks like he's
is been
dressed
done
like
or not?
he looks a little bit like Freddie Mercury now.
Inside my heart is breaking, my makeup may be fading, but my smile still stays on. Oh boy. No, thank
I don't
you.
remember what. Okay, I don't think I haven't watched What Not to Wear, but if it were that drastic, then
I've never seen the show either. So.
Yeah, sure.
oh apparently the production team wanted to show Captain Jack's flat out naked arse on screen. They even shot it, but the BBC were like, no.
That's just rude.
And Rose is about to find out what's happened.
It's just a game, come on. What could
Yeah.
possibly go wrong?
And meanwhile, Rose is just like, what?
What is going on? Who's watching these programs?
No idea.
Is this what Charlie Brooker was on about during that pig episode? People will watch anything
I'm guessing.
of Black Mirror. I mean,
People will watch anything.
yeah.
Well,
That's why keeping up with the Kardashians is still a thing.
ugh.
And this guy's just giving up
But you can't do that either.
because, well, that'll happen. Apparently, the production team were worried that they wouldn't be able to get Anne Robinson to voice the android, so they got an impersonator to do it. But then Robinson accepted the role, so
Oh well.
there you go.
Maybe they were just afraid to ask her.
Well, if I was constantly getting, if I was watching a show where the contestants constantly got insulted, I'd be a bit nervous too.
She's a bit of an intimidating woman, I mean.
Also, anyway, I think you can see the point of this. A point of the fact that this is one of the weakest episodes. Why the characters are just stuck in a location for like 70% of the time. And I don't mean like 1 or 2 rooms. Like each character is trapped in his or her own room for most of the episode anyway. I get with the budget thing, but man, it was just subpar.
They're just kind of watching it all happen. They aren't able to do anything.
Yeah, but also, yeah, that's another thing. Their interactivity, what's going on around them is... The Doctor is the one that does the most, obviously. He doesn't buy the bullshit and wants to get out immediately. But, for example, Rose is extremely passive, and at the beginning she's just actually rolling with it.
And Captain Jack's Captain Jack.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense with Rose because, you know, she watches a lot of these shows probably.
Although-
So she's kind of like, oh, cool, I'm doing this thing.
Although to
And
be
then
fair,
she realizes what's actually happening.
apparently Russell T Davies was under no illusion whatsoever that this episode was gonna age well.
Also, can you imagine if they did some other spin and had the Doctor guest starring in Top Gear?
That might have happened at one point, I think.
I mean, that's not what eviction is, but you know.
But Shiroi,
Semantics.
she's been evicted from life.
You're fired from briefing.
Pretentious.
We're not dating, okay? I told you the last 55 times. I'll piss off.
Oh boy.
Don't be so rude. She's only been like, oh, that.
So, Dweebs,
Hmm?
have there been any variation of Big Brother where the contestants actually get neutralized when they exit the home?
Not that I know of. If Big Brother moved to like I don't know, challenge TV where barely anyone watches that other than for repeats, then there's a slight possibility. Or maybe ITV, they're desperate for more of these kind of shows for some reason. Uh,
Oh boy.
Captain Jack, not Tin Henman. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Do you have anesthetic?
It's overrated, Shiroi, anyway.
Don't ask. Don't ask.
Jesus.
No, we don't. Despite the fact that we know exactly where that came from,
Now, imagine
you
the-
don't want to know.
Now I'm imagining the viewers' reactions on watching this. They blew up
I'm sure the
Trinity.
middle-aged mothers would be very happy with it. Who allows these people to sign up for it? It's like, hey, have you noticed that none of our friends or family are coming back from this? No? All right.
So yeah,
Oh.
this guy's strategy is to eliminate all the competition, no matter how well they do, to get Rose in the final because of how stupid she is.
Well, at least someone actually noticed that in the show.
Well, to be fair, most of the questions are from an era that Rose has no idea about.
Yeah.
But hey, good strategy, I guess. Yeah, and now we got. Hey, have you been paying attention to all the Bad Wolf references?
We're so clear we're so clever with our foreshadowing, aren't we?
Here's a list of them. Oh, we were so clever. We hid it in Welsh just to make sure you wouldn't notice. Apparently, at least according to TV tropes,
Yes.
it was apparently a case of misaimed fandom, where fans and critics of the show were on about how funny it was for these spoofs of reality shows, using them as an example of how vapid and horrible they are.
Mm-hmm.
Russell T Davies actually liked these shows, and this was meant as a tribute.
Unintentional parody.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes it happens, Libs.
But yeah, the Doctor's broken property and he's gonna be evicted.
He's YOLOing this.
Yep.
Well, in case
And
of a doctor, the term YOLO is actually very, very loose.
then I can imagine the headlines in the Sun the next day. Man escapes from Big Brother house. Well, hey, at least they got rid of the Trini, Susanna, and Big Brother bits now.
Yay.
Yay!
Oh,
What?
maybe this would be more of a twist if they didn't show a recap of the long game earlier.
Yeah, that too.
But was the episode really that forgettable? They had to remind everyone.
Honestly, I don't think so. Like, again, I can feel there was some insecurity in the team, but this revival would have not lifted as they wanted.
So yeah, recently Satellite 5 has gone from being a news propaganda station and is now a flat-out game show headquarters called the Game Station.
Interesting change. And to be fair, considering the weird transformation that MTV had, I'm guessing something like this is possible.
I wonder what Who Wants to Be a Millionaire would be like. Would it be like if 50-50 meant like they flat out just shoot the answers away? Phone a friend is like you call your friend and he gets shot. Ask the audiences when the least popular vote, all the audience's seats blow up. The ones that voted for him. And how would Ask the Host go?
I have no idea.
Oh. Yeah. One of my favourite one there was Countdown, where he said you got 30 seconds to stop the bomb going off. Countdown in the UK is just basically a show about you have to make words out of random letters and you have to be good at maths. How you turn it into a show to stop a bomb? Actually, that would be something Channel 4 would there.
Yeah, that's a pretty convenient clock.
Yeah.
So who plays Linda?
Linda with a Y.
With a Y, yeah.
Okay, Bad Wolf, IMDb. Gee, I mean, what next? They got Bad Wolf in big let. Ah, there you go. We get it. Bad Wolf's a recurring thing. Stop hammering it our
And you know
heads,
what's the
Russell.
sad part? And you know what's the sad part? It's gonna be resolved in the next episode in this very season.
Mm.
Due to its very nature, we're gonna have to deal with this thing popping up even in later seasons. So get used to it.
Well, during the Russell T Davies ones, anyway.
At least, yeah.
Anyway, this is the actress playing Linda is Joe Joyner, who's been in mostly a whole lot of UK stuff.
Okay.
The most recent of which being Ackley Bridge, a show about a school.
Oh boy.
They are no one, eh? Yep.
Yeah.
But I left my pen in there.
I forgot my eye.
I forgot my iPod.
Jesus.
Wow, so you
So
turned.
in the meantime, Captain Jack has gone full Dead Space and crafted a weapon with savage material.
Yep. And also, it can tell him where the doctor is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Doctor's a pretty unique person.
Oh. Planet Earth looks a bit
Foggy
down in the dumps.
dweebs. Has the UK exported some of your fog out there?
I think so.
It's no. This is what would happen if you failed Persona 4.
Or Demon Souls?
3 people having to live with a bear.
One of my favorite shows, and I think it was still on TV around this time, was I can't remember the name of it, but it was a show where it was one.
So, yeah, turns out that the Doctor actually fucked up.
Oops. Anyway, what were you
Just a
saying?
bit.
What were you saying, Shiri?
It was one of those home makeover shows, but the kids had to do it while the
Uh,
parents were out. It was
Like-
it was as much of a mess as you think it could be.
I think I've seen that one. I can't remember the name either.
It was great.
Just,
Well. Oh boy, Rose is fucked.
oh well. I'm sure
So sad.
you're totally not regretting leaving Mickey and your life in London behind. The Doctor is not really friendly with machine. I beat the shit out of you.
So you get Captain Jack's character. He can get angry sometimes. He flirts a lot. He's American.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Uh,
I don't know.
Sheffield, eh?
Well, shit.
What's with the? I don't remember the Weakest Link doing long pauses like that.
Dramatic poses, are you sure?
But that was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire's thing.
I don't
Well,
remember the dramatic pauses, but I do remember the somewhat dramatic music.
like, as the thing, Dweebs, a lot of game shows here in my country actually have the dramatic pauses for the sake of one, artificial length of the show itself, and two, giving the edge for the audience.
Sometimes we have a long pause and then a commercial break.
Of course.
Unless they're on the BBC.
hmm
Is the BBC one of those state-funded, but you have to pay taxes for it?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay.
Any ads that they do have are like very minor and for their own stuff. Guest.
I don't know.
Murder Spree 20. What is that? Is that
Just ro-
like? Is that like the Purge?
just roll with it, Weebs.
Oh,
Shit.
I like how they actually incorporated the music of the Weakest Link into the score.
Yeah. Despite Rose knowing barely any of these, like it was a pretty close call.
And
And Rose is dead.
yay!
Yeah, she's ashes on the floor.
Oh well.
Yay! Well, companion death. We haven't had one of those in a while.
So, but at least the Rose got rescued. Now what?
She's been zapped.
The
How is she
semantics.
How is that rescued?
That's a blessing in disguise.
Yes, Dweebs.
You know, this guy reminds me of one of those really try-hard, tough guys from who used to be in the army. Oh, so the security guards can just sentence them.
Because why not?
Well, off to the lunar surface, then, I guess. Ha! No way, with the power of Jack hanging off stuff. And a bit of rough tumble from the Doctor. Huh, the Doctor's getting physical, that's a rarity.
The Doctor's packing heat.
Let's get out of here. Yeah, shut up about the solar flares.
They don't matter at this
He's
point.
gonna kill you.
But yeah, the Doctor doesn't use guns, so
So that packing out things in the elevator was completely pointless.
uh, uh, the boss.
What a thrill!
I've got machine guns. I'm not out of bounds.
I don't give a. Oh.
Oh, so Archive 6 had the TARDIS in it all along.
So what exactly happened?
Captain Jack's got a memento. Oh.
That delivery.
Okay, rude. Who make the rules
He's
out here, you know?
kind of antsy at the moment, isn't he?
Don't ever speak to me or my companion ever
Ever
again.
again.
But yeah, now that the power station's powered down for a bit because of the solar flare, but the
The connector, whatever she's called.
the connector can speak to the Doctor freely. Wait, she was
She can only see numbers.
Wait,
Like it's a matrix.
it's either that, but hey, she's been blind all her life, so. Wow, this is what would have happened to Toph if the Avatar were aired in like the year 400,000.
Jesus.
Rather a sad ending.
But who is she talking about?
Gee, I wonder. It's not like the end. It's not like the. It's not. It's
The
not like the
preview
next
spoiled
time
that.
trailer spoiled that.
Seriously, what the fuck, BBC?
I guess they assume that people don't watch the credits or something.
No, we'll just go in the TARDIS and go forward 2 years. Then she'll tell us. Please.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh. Oh.
Hmm.
It would have been funny if it went wrong.
Yeah, Captain Jake was like, well, oops.
Yeah.
I pressed the wrong button.
Yeah.
Shit.
You killed her. Oh, you think?
So yeah, this means Rosie's sadly still alive.
Yeah, it wasn't a disintegrator beam. It was
Whoa.
a transporting device.
But where is she now?
Bit of a funny transporting device, though. Build it to look like you're being zapped. It's the totally not spoiled at all Daleks.
Oh shit.
Oh. But what was her name?
We will never know.
Well, we know she was wearing green, not blue.
It was the lighting. Uh,
Up. Well, oh well. Oh well, rest in peace, her.
We
Line
never learned her
connector.
name. It's okay.
Wow.
Also, Captain, can you stop flirting with every person that you find?
Yeah, I mean, I know you're bisexual, mate, but there's
No,
time and a
no.
place.
Yeah. Priorities. Focus on what's important right now.
Yeah. I mean, hell, at least, now.
He's almost like a very terrible camp James Bond.
Kinda. It's like one of those bootleg parodies, like the one of OK Connery.
He's always been called like a pretty odd amalgamation of Tom Cruise and a couple of others.
Yeah, he has the Tom Cruise or John Travolta vibe. Oh boy. So yeah, here is a problem. A big one by this at that, because according to the Doctor, according to the episode of the Daleks were extinct, but well, they look to me like they're not that much extinct.
So it's when there's Doctor Who have permanently killed off villains.
Yeah,
They're
well, the
contracted,
Gals haven't
remember?
returned so far.
Who hasn't returned?
The Gals, remember?
Well, I meant like regularly occurring villains.
Yeah, that'll be like if it's the Joker immunity thing. So yeah, guys, the Daleks were behind this. I'm totally
I had
surprised.
no idea. This is such
I
a
can have-
shock.
Okay. No. To quote MST3K, the proper reaction for this is "No surprise."
Pretends to be shocked.
I could imagine the Daleks discussing their plan. We will kidnap all the humans, but how shall we disguise that fact?
The crystal maze.
I have an idea. We will use the vapid human reality game shows to our advantage. What is the meaning of this negative?
It means no, motherfucker.
No, you don't need to do that. There are other priorities.
Yeah, in case you're wondering, the Doctor really doesn't like the Daleks.
I wonder where you got that vibe from.
Maybe because he literally goes apeshit by the side of them.
Well, to be fair, they are a bunch of genocidal maniacs.
True, but remember, as it is being pointed out to himself, and it will be later on, the Doctor will actually make a good Dalek himself for his attitude. So what's worse than one single Dalek, like in the previous episode? Have
Half
a
a
gajillion
million
of them.
them.
Yeah, for each spaceship.
Oh,
So
next time,
yeah,
trailer.
So more spoilers for the next episode.
sure, why not?
In the
Like,
finale.
I'll give this at the very least they knew how to build up a season finale. Did the people, the team behind the show was confident that they would have been renewed for another season by this point?
I think so. Well, I think at this point they knew Eccleston wasn't coming back.
Well, okay, at the very least preview wasn't too spoilery, at least
Yeah,
for the
to
things
be
to
fair.
come.
Yeah,
Okay,
But
that
still.
wasn't so bad.
Anyway, as for the episode itself, it's meh. The idea of deadly game shows is fine, but to me it's poorly executed. It should have been done in a better way, and like I said, characters are stuck most of the time in their own room.
Yeah, the plot
Also
doesn't
the
really actually go anywhere until much later.
also the fake out Rose being dead, totally believing that. Like, and once again, the fact that the episode was completely spoiled by the preview, it's just it really ruins the taste for a newcomer.
I mean, especially considering that the episode itself kind of hides the Daleks till right near the end.
The episode
Yeah.
itself is actually really good at hiding it, honestly. Just that moment. I really wonder who edited the previews, because it's just probably someone who wasn't paid enough and he was like, I'm gonna get my revenge through this.
Either the main BBC themselves did that because they were cautious about the show because it was gone for so many years, or someone at BBC Wales did this because that's where the show is produced.
Anyway, see you for the season finale.